Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Journey Towards Diamonds Monday Night Huddle. I am Tristan Goodlow, and I have the honor tonight, I think it's an honor. It might be torture for you guys, but we're going to muddle through it, of leading Huddle. While Amber and Obi are having a great time in Kona. They just got to Kona about an hour ago, and they're checking into the hotel now. So I'm positive that Amber will be bringing us constant updates, tons and tons of pictures along the way. And so I have the great opportunity of giving you guys a little bit of insight and hopefully some awesome wisdom tonight. So to get going, I'm going to preference this with my husband is in his man cave. And if you hear somebody cackling, it's just him. So just ignore it. It's just what he does. It keeps the excitement every once in a while. My team is very well aware of this. Every once in a while you hear him cackling. You're like, oh, yep, that's George. He's back there. All right, so I want to start tonight just a little bit of my personal testimony. Some of you guys don't know who I am, some of you do, but I am Tristan. Like I said, I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus, and I am actually Amber's level, I got to do the math. I think I'm Amber's level 4, Obi's level 3. So I'm a little far down in the food chain. I live in Gate City, Illinois, which is central Illinois, not too far from our Macomb family. And I work in Peoria, Illinois. I'm a registered nurse at St. Francis Medical Center, which is the biggest hospital downstate of pretty much I-80 or Chicago. So very honored to be a Plexus family member and also to be a registered nurse. And I got started in Plexus in April 2014. I really was looking for something to help me with my hormones. I had a new baby. I have a son who's 4 years old named Josiah. He's my husband and I's world. And I was looking for something to help with hormones. I have endometriosis, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and have never gone on medications for that and really didn't want to. But postpartum was really looking for something to help me feel like me again. I was in a place that should be happy, right? You have a new baby and you have a great job and you have a supportive husband and you have all these gracious things coming at you and you truly feel blessed, but I just didn't feel like me. So I had a friend who I trusted greatly with. I love her integrity. And she said, I think you should really give Plexus a try. And so after much follow-up on her end and a couple slaps in the face by our awesome God, I did. I jumped in as a wholesale ambassador because I wanted the cheapest price. That was truly the only thing. I had no idea what network marketing was. I had no idea what Plexus was. I had no idea that people could and do make a living at this. And about several weeks in, I got hooked because I got added to Amber's The Journey Towards Diamonds Facebook page, and I saw the potential. And I felt God whispering to me, this is it. This is what I have for you. I have more for your life. I want more for you. I want more for your family. And I was addicted. I was excited and enthralled, and I had been praying for a long time how to do more for my family. Well, back when I was in high school, I wanted to be a missionary and I wanted to travel the world. And I have like I said, I am an RN, so I have a bachelor's degree in nursing, and I have a ministry or a minor in youth ministry. And so I wanted to travel and I wanted to do things for a long time, but I met this guy and I fell in love and we had a kid and, like things changed, right? Oh, lucky us. And so I knew that there was something else out there for me. But I had kind of just accepted that we would always have student loans. We would always have a car payment. We would always work 2 or maybe 3 jobs. And my son would always be in daycare. And my husband and I would always maybe have weekends or every other as a nurse. And that just kind of became the acceptance. And I felt God whispering to me at first, but then screaming it to me, no, there's a better way. I have more for you. I want more for you. And so Plexus became that answer for me. I was silver within 30 days. Fast forward to over 2 years later, I'm a Ruby ambassador. December of 2015, my husband quit his job. He has a bachelor's in psychology. He was a social worker for DCFS, which is for foster and adoption care. And he was able to quit his job in December. He's returned to school for full time to get his master's in forensic psychology. And he also stays home with our son. And that is because my Plexus income is greater than what he was making as a bachelor's degree working as a social worker. So awesome things that God has gifted my family. Hopefully by God's grace, I will be emerald by the end of this year, if not early next year. And the plan is when God blesses us with our second baby that I will be able to be a stay-at-home mom. And along that, sponsoring and traveling to orphanages around the world and just spreading God's love. So big, big things going on for my family that God has just been such a blessing to. Okay, so a couple things I want to do tonight. I want to talk to you guys about some of the best tips that I have for you guys. I also want to walk you through actually what I do when we talk about, and Amber and I have talked about doing this before, but I don't know if we ever have, but we talk about doing these things every single day, our DMO, what makes us successful, what do we do? And we talk about how based on how you want to succeed is relevant based on how much time you spend on your business. And so I want to be very real and transparent with you guys tonight and walk you through exactly what that is and how much time I spend for what thing. And then at the end of this, give you guys access to the documents that I actually use, which majority were created by Mary. And so Mary should have those as well. I have to give her huge credit for that because they are awesome. So the first thing, there's two things right away that I want to say that are the best tips that I can give you guys. And the first thing that you have to understand right away from the get-go is to be successful, it is completely up to you. You can't blame your downline, you can't blame your upline, you can't blame your sideline, you can't blame whoever else in your mind you think you can blame. It's totally and 100% up to you. It's not about having an upline that's succeeding. It's not about having a downline that sees the vision. It is up to you. Like I said, I'm Amber's level 4. I'm Obi's level 3. The person that signed me is no longer with Plexus. The person that signed her is no longer with Plexus. I decided I wanted this. I decided I wanted this for my family. I called Amber and said, Amber, or I messaged Amber and said, I want this and I want you to help me do it. And Amber adopted me. I'm her adopted one. And she said, okay, let's do this. And I've ran with Amber ever since. And along the way, I've locked arms with Elena, and I've locked arms with Christy, and I've locked arms with Kristen, and I've locked arms with Mary, and I've locked arms with lots of leaders on this team. And we've said, okay, we're going to do it together. And so saying, well, my leader's not successful, you're talking to the wrong person because I have no sympathy for you. Because you can do this with or without the person that signed you, okay? And so if you feel like you don't have that support, my first question to you is going to be, have you told your upline that is working this business that you want this? Because if you haven't told them, then how do they know? When you get a team that's growing and you get a team that's growing quickly, like, I mean, how many people are on Journey Towards Diamond? There's hundreds of us, hundreds of us. If you want this and Amber is your closest upline that's working this business, it's your responsibility to reach out to her. Same thing for anything else that's going on. So Presley Swaggerty has a quote in his book that's How to Be a Millionaire by Halftime. Awesome, awesome book. And he says, personally recruit until you are making what you want, because the best way to increase your income is to personally recruit. So in network marketing, the brilliant thing about this is you have a team, right? We have a team and your team grows, and there's this thing called duplication and this power of 3 that are magnificent. But I love what Presley says, because what that means is your success is based on you. Continue to recruit, continue to be in that business mind, that mindset of I'm going to continue to reach out to others, I'm going to continue to share. And when you continue to do that, and you continue to do that to the point that you're making the money that you need, your team will be successful. That's twofold too, because if your team continues to see you succeeding, they want to do the same thing. They're going to continue to duplicate what you're doing. And if what you're doing is working, you want your team to continue to do it. The second thing that I want to say that's my biggest tip is you can only control what you do. So what I mean by that is I've really switched gears with this with my team too, because I feel like when a new month starts, we're like, okay, what are your goals? I want to add 3 new customers. I want to add 3 new ambassadors. I want to have 5,000 PV. Okay, but let's break that down a little bit. Unless you are going to clone yourself to 3 different people with 3 different social security numbers, can you really control if you get 3 new ambassadors? Can you really control if those people push process and they sign up? No, that's not up to you. That's up to that person. Unless you clone yourself or, can forge your mom and your husband's and your children and your 4-year-old child's signature to become new customers, can you really control if they process? No. But what can we control? We can control how many people we are reaching out to. We can control how many people we're setting up appointments with. We can control how many times we are messaging new people, how many times we're following up with people. So turn your focus away from, I need these many people to do this, to I need to do this. Take other people out of the equation. You can only control what you do. And by doing those things, by still reaching out to 10 new people a day or 5 new people a day, by following up with 3 new people a day or 1 new person a day or whatever that is, by you doing your daily methods of activity, is that going to prosper you? Absolutely. Absolutely. We know that for a fact. Network marketing is a numbers game. So by reaching out to more people, the chances of more people signing up are increased. So we know that's still going to happen. But your success should not be based off of those numbers. Your success should be based off of the actions that you are doing personally. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. So from there, my next little tidbits that Amber's talked about a million times, but I really want to enforce them with you guys, is knowing your why. And we talk about why a lot because a why is important. It's what you fall back on when everything else is going on. But what I want to preference with you guys is what your why is. So people say, well, my why is I want a new car. My why is I want a new house. But I want to break that down a little bit more to you guys. My why is I want to pay off my student loans, whatever that may be. Your why should make you cry. And now I know if Christy Cook was on this call, she would say, I'm not a crier. Okay, but guess what? If you aren't crying when you talk about your why ain't good enough, y'all. It just ain't. Your why should make you cry. My why is that I want to raise my son. My why was last week when it was 98 degrees and my 4-year-old was on a bus for an hour and 20 minutes. That still makes me want to cry. That's my why. I don't want him to have to be on a bus, right? I don't want someone else to have to raise my child. Last year when he was in preschool and the school called multiple times and they couldn't get a hold of me and they couldn't get a hold of my husband and they had to call my mom to get her out of work, out of a meeting because he needed to be picked up from school. That's my why. I want to do that. I don't want the school to have to call me and my husband over a dozen times and to resort to grandma to pick up my son at school when he's crying because I wasn't there. That's my why. Your why should make you cry. And if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not good enough, okay? So figure out what your why is above and beyond just paying for this or paying for that or knew that. Your why has to be something that at the end of the day, it is so overwhelming, it is so overpowering that it makes you cry, okay? And it can't be a Lifetime movie cry. It has to be a real cry, guys. No cheating, no cheating. Okay, your second thing is your Frank's list. Again, we've talked about these things a lot, but your Frank's list is friends, relative, associates, neighbors, kids, and social. So it's this list of 100 to 200 people that you're constantly adding to, that you're constantly talking about, and you're constantly reaching out to. But this is what I want to point out about a Frank's list. You have your list of these 100 to 200 people, but then at that Frank's list, you narrow it down to your top 20. And your top 20 should be your dream team. These are the people that you want on your team, that when you think of big picture, you think, I want these people. But what I also want you guys to think about with this, these are the people that slip by. The most influential people in your life, the most influential people that you know, those should be at the top of your Frank's list. Now, what I mean by this is, I'm going to use Lynette as an example because Lynette's a cousin of mine. Okay, so if Lynette was somebody that I had never approached before with Plexus, and I'm going to say that my personality, you have to rate yourself. Okay, so my personality is like a 6 or a 7. I'm majority of the time outgoing. I try very hard to be overly happy and exciting, and I try to be somebody that people want to be around and speak to, and I've worked on that a lot. Okay, well, Lynette is an 8. Lynette is over the top friendly. Lynette is has a job as a school teacher. She has a whole different network. She's laughing at me because she knows she's introverted, and I know that too, but this is just an example. So anyway, but Lynette is an 8, guys. She's someone that everybody is immediately attracted to. She's somebody that people see as influential. They want to be around her. Lynette makes me uncomfortable because I'm a 6 and Lynette's an 8. And that makes me uncomfortable because Lynette is intimidating to me. So I don't want to talk to Lynette first. I want to talk to Kirsten. Again, these are just examples. Don't take this personal. because Kirsten is a 6 like me. Her and I like corner together. We sit together at lunch. We have the same friends. I'm comfortable with Kirsten. Lynette makes me anxious. I don't want to talk to all Lynette. So I'm going to talk to Kirsten first. Okay, I talk to Kirsten. Kirsten joins my team. Woo woo! What did I just show Kirsten? That she is going to do the same thing. Kirsten's going to talk to 6s because 6s makes us comfortable. But she's not going to talk to people like 8, or she's not going to talk to 8s like Lynette because they make her uncomfortable. If you only do that, you are creating a team of 6s. What do you want on your team? You want 8s. You want Lynettes. You want people that are drawn to others. Does it make you comfortable or uncomfortable? Absolutely. Guess what? If it makes you uncomfortable, you're doing a good job. When you are doing these things, they should make you uncomfortable. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not doing enough. You're not doing a good enough job. Okay? I'm telling you. And what else does that do? If I'm always reaching out to people that make me a little bit uncomfortable, if I always reach out to people that are more influential, you're showing your team to do the same. But this is what else happens. When Lynette joins my team, people want naturally, we naturally do this. We see somebody that is more influential, or we see somebody that people are naturally drawn to, and we want to be more like them, whether we do it on purpose or not, but that's what we do. It's part of our natural body. So our team becomes more like that. Our team culture increases. Our team excitement increases. Lynette goes fast start gold. Now our team is really excited. Now other people want to do that. Other people see that that's possible. You guys understand where I'm going with this? It's not good enough to make a Frank's list that is just your dream team people because you sit with them at lunch and they're your best friends. That's great. Absolutely. We're going to travel the world, so we want to do that. But you also want to make you also want to make a Frank's list, your top 20 that are the most influential people you know, because those influential people bring in more influential people. That increases you as a person, as a leader, as a networker. It increases your team morale. It increases your team. Does that make sense to everybody? Sort of, kind of, hopefully. Okay. The third thing is belief. Oh, Amber is great at this. So we're going to talk about this for 0.2 seconds. You have to have belief in yourself, first and foremost. You have to have a belief in our products. You have to have belief in your team. You have to have belief that you can do this. This is what I'm going to say about this with you guys. And I talk to my team about this all the time. It's okay if you don't have 100% belief yet. Because guess what? Amber has enough for you. I have enough for you. Kirsten has enough for you. Lynette has enough for you. Tam has enough for you. We have enough for you that you can share until you get it yourself. But how do you grow that belief? You grow that belief by getting on team calls. You grow that belief by listening to YouTube videos. I have enough belief for you to do this, but you need to get enough belief for yourself so that you have enough belief for your team, okay? So it's something that if you're like, I don't know yet, like I see this and I see Amber in Hawaii and I want to do that, and I know that Amber can do it, I'm just not sure if I can do it. Stop that. Get that evil one out of your mind, because guys, God does not create us to doubt. God does not create us to live in the moment. God does not create us to live in a world of content. He created us for more. So if you feel that feeling of content, that's not God. That's the evil one. And you need to push him out and tell him to Satan be gone, because I ain't listening to those lies. Because you were created for more. And if you don't believe that, that's okay, because I can believe it for you. But please believe that I'm going to be telling that to you every single day. And so is Amber, and so is your leaders, and so is everybody else on this team. So every time that happens, every one time somebody says, I believe in you, just remember that Tristan said, that's not God. That is Satan. And every time that happens, inch him out a little bit more, because you were created for more. You can do this. Okay, last couple things. Those who show up, go up. Get on team calls. Get to team events. We have, oh my gosh, this week, let's see, we have this. Wednesday, I think there's a new ambassador training. Thursday, there's a Facebook event. There's lots of things going on our team. Get on those. Show up to those. Every time you do that, first of all, your belief increases a little bit more. Okay, and there's also, I truly believe this. So as a godly woman, we talk about where 2 or more gathered, God's love is present, right? And Satan is gone. Same thing with Plexus, guys. When you get 2 or more Plexus ambassadors, watch out. Like, watch out. Devil goes running because his boots are shaking because he knows that we are a group of men and women that get together and we are talking about future. We are talking about dreams. We are talking about more. We are talking about things that are above and beyond that normal people talk about. And I love it. The same thing. When you get around other people that are like-minded, like everybody on this call right now, it's excitement. It's fun. Be present. Those who show up, go up. Last thing, personal development. Oh my gosh, it's so important. If you have not been a part of the book clubs yet, or the book calls that are book clubs, what are they called? Book clubs? I think so. You know, those things where we read books together. They're a good deal. You should join them. There's one starting next week. We're reading The Circle, something with a circle. It's purple. I don't have it sitting here with me. It's good. It's short. Get on those. Join us. Personal development. It's not about just believing in the products. It's not about just believing the people. It's also about investing in yourself. Investing in yourself as a leader. Investing in yourself as a person. Investing in yourself as a group of men and women that can come together to be more. Some of my favorites, if you're like, I've never read a book before. First of all, this Millionaire by Halftime by Presley Swaggerty. If you have not read it, if you have not heard about it, you need to go pick it up. It is fantastic. You will love it. Oh, it's Making the First Circle Work by Randy Gage. That's who our book is that we're going to start reading next week. Fabulous. Short, quick. Another one is Rock Your Network Marketing by Sarah Rockin' Robbins. Simple, quick, easy read. It's a great thing for first-time network marketing people. And another one that's a little more in-depth is 21 Irrefutable Laws by John Maxwell. All of those are great books. They're simple things. If you've never done network marketing, like me, you're a network marketing virgin right here. No idea what it was. These books are superb. They'll help get you started. Okay, last thing I want to do with you guys, and I'll wrap this up here, is to kind of walk you through what I do with my daily methods of activity. So every morning or every Sunday, I'm going to try and show you guys this. So I have this thing. Can you guys see this? Can you see it, sort of? If you can't see it, it's what Mary made this. All credit to Mary. I know she's posted it on Journey Towards Diamond before, but what it does, it's a weekly DMO tracker, and I can have her upload it, or see, I can put pictures in the photo comments of this huddle too. But it breaks it down every week. How many people you're reaching out to, who you're following up with, who you're checking in with. There's little slots and check marks for, have you posted on Facebook? Have you posted testimony? Have you commented for Facebook birthdays? Have you sent out thank yous? Have you done shout outs on your team page? Have you prayed? Have you done your daily affirmations? All of these things. Okay, and so this thing for me is filled up. I do one every single week. With this, I have my power hour schedule, which is what I really want to go over with you guys, and I'll break that down. And then also on the back of this, I have my daily affirmations. So it's like literally a 3-page thing that I carry with me in my notebook. And every single morning before I leave my driveway, I pull it out. And when I'm sitting at a stoplight, I pretty much have my daily affirmations memorized by now. But every morning and every night, when I first get out of bed in the morning, I read my daily affirmations to myself. And then I read my Bible before I open my phone, before I look at messages. I try and start my morning completely on a positive note with my daily affirmations and with my Bible. Before I go to bed every night, I read my daily affirmations, and I read a self-help book or a self-development book. Okay, so I'm doing that. So now I give myself an hour a day. Y'all, I'm a full-time nurse. I run my home business. My son is involved with soccer. My husband is in school for his master's. I'm busy. I get it, but I make it work. An hour a day is pretty much what I spent. Now, some of you guys are going, holy smokes, no way, absolutely not. I was there, but this is what I'm going to tell you. It's black and white. Either do it or you don't. Either make excuses or you succeed. It's 2 things, very simple. 2 things. You're either making excuses. If you're making excuses, you're not getting to your goals. Or you're accepting the fact that you're going to do it and you're going to reach your goals. Very simple, right? Okay, my power hour. I have a 40-minute drive to and from work every day. I pray over my business when I get in my car. when I'm driving, stoplights, whatever. Okay, don't close your eyes. Keep your eyes open. God will understand. But besides that, pray over your business. Pray over your teams. Pray for your own business. Pray for your friends' businesses, everything else going on. I do my daily affirmations. If I have this written down, but I really do this in the morning and night. But if something's really heavy on my heart, I will speak that same affirmation over myself over and over again. One of them that I have on here is my time does not control me. I control my time. And I am a good leader. God wants me to be a great leader. And if I am feeling down on myself, I will spend 5 minutes saying those same affirmations over and over in my head. Then I have 5 minutes written down to message my leaders. This is all while I'm driving to work, guys. 40 minutes. What are you going to do? Listen to the radio? Or are you going to use it to grow your business? 5 minutes praying over my business. 5 minutes daily affirmations. 5 minutes messaging my leaders. That's my leaders that are silver. Those are my people that want to go silver. Those are my people that are going gold. Those are my people that are going senior gold or senior ruby, or not senior ruby, senior gold or ruby or beyond. One day I will have senior rubies very, very soon. I will be there first though. Okay. All right. Then I'm posting on Facebook twice a day. Now that could be done today. I'm going to be real. That was done while I was peeing in the bathroom. Holla. Every second counts, okay? Whatever you got to do, y'all. Whatever you got to do. All right, then I have messaging on my groups. So like my groups that I lead, I set all of those up the Sunday before, and I use Tiny Torch. There's lots of different things out there to do, but that is set up. So every single week on Sunday night, I set that up. It's done and over. I know my team is getting a message from me every single day. Now I still post throughout the week if something pops up, but I at least know it's done once a day. All right, that is my morning commute. That I break it down to minutes. And if minutes seem too much to you, break it down to seconds. I have 60 seconds. What can I do in 60 seconds? Start a timer on your clock. Okay, the kid, like Josiah is my 4-year-old. He's completely potty trained, but he does not like to wipe his own butt. Again, I'm being real. So he'll go, Mom, I need to go to the bathroom. Or he says poop. He doesn't say bathroom. We're working on the whole being whatever that is, not over the top. I'm his mom though, so that's hard. Anyway, so he's like, Mom, I have to go poop, but he doesn't like to go by himself. So literally, I know I got like 60 seconds. 60 seconds on the clock. What can I get done in 60 seconds? Well, I sure the heck can message 2 or 3 new potentials in 60 seconds, y'all. I got this down, okay? So use your seconds wisely, whatever you're doing. So on my way to work, I've done my daily affirmations. I've messaged all of my leaders. I have prayed over my business. And I have probably, if not, messaged, or I've probably once, if not twice, wrote on social media. I got half of my DMO done. Over lunch, I get a 30-minute lunch. 15 minutes of that I have dedicated to reaching out to my 10 new people, following up with 2 new people, and following up with 2 new ambassadors. If I've already done that throughout the day, perfect. But if I have it, 15 minutes of my lunchtime, I'm taking to do that. All right? So I've almost all of my stuff done, and it's only noon, and I'm working full time. I'm taking my son to preschool. I'm making this happen. While I'm driving home at night, I am listening to some sort of inspirational video, YouTube, John Maxwell, Sarah Robbins, whatever. If Amber posted a video on Journey Towards Diamond, if I missed a huddle the night before, whatever that may be, I have 30, 40 minutes using that time. And then at night before I go to bed, I'm engaging with my dream team. I'm engaging with those people that I want to be on my team but haven't done so yet. And that's done by commenting on their stuff on Facebook, by commenting on their stuff on Instagram, by shooting them a text message talking about how cute their little girl was, saying she needed to go poop, or whatever it may be for the day, okay? But engaging them somehow. And then I have 10 minutes at night to cool down to do my personal development every single day. If you add all of that up, 5 minutes in the morning praying over my business, 5 minutes doing daily affirmations, 5 minutes messaging my leaders, 5 minutes posting on Facebook twice a day, 15 minutes for my 10, 2, and 2, 5 minutes engaging my dream team, 10 minutes for a training video, and 10 minutes for personal growth before I go to bed, that's 60 minutes. 60 minutes broken down into 5 minutes. 60 minutes broken down into 10 minutes. Do you see how that's doable? Do you think you all can do that? I know you can. I know you can do it, okay? And that time is based on what you want out of this business. Now, I want legacy out of this business. I want my children's life to be changed. If you're like, that's great, Tristan, but I just want to get my products paid for, well, then you don't have to do as much. See? If you're like, that's great, Tristan, but I just want to pay for my student loan, That's great too. You don't have to do all of that. This is your business. Your success is based off of you. You figure out what works for you and it'll work. All right? Okay. Does anybody have any questions about all of that? I know it was a lot of information. Anybody? Everybody's so talkative. Okay, I'm going to end this recording, and then maybe if somebody has a question, they can chat a little bit, but nobody get off because we have to take a picture, and I'm terrible at forgetting. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Amber, we missed you. We hope you're having a great time in Kona, and we will meet you guys back here next Monday for another Team Huddle.